The Wolves, they took one on the chin Tuesday night from the Grizzlies, lost 124-96, led by who else? Ja Morant. The Wolves still escape Memphis, though, with a 1-1 split, which they'll gladly take. They head home tonight to face off in the playoff game inside Minneapolis Target Center for the first time since 2018 and just the third time since 2005. We're talking that KG, Sam Cassell, Latrell Sprewell era.
Love it.
Those days.
Love it.
Reggie knows what I'm talking about. All right, so Reggie, in this crucial Game 3 with a 2-1 advantage on the line, back at home, who or what is your X factor going into tonight?
Look, man, I said it last show, and I feel like I was proven right, and I'll say it again. This team goes as Cat goes. Cat had another game that you probably just want to flush down the toilet in Game 2, and it's just like, man, you really want to see him just play consistent, like find out ways as the game goes along to kind of beat what teams are trying to do to him and how they're trying to play him. And it's so tough to kind of have him in that position where his play just fluctuates game in and game out. I think what we've seen is that D'Lo can be pretty streaky. You know, you sometimes never know what you're going to get from him. And then, you know, Ant literally tried to put the team on his back in Game 2. And you don't need him trying to do that. You need Ant to just play within his game, have fun, and go out there and let it rip.
Yeah,
really,
don't do
the
too
guy,
much.
Yeah, the catalyst is Cat, man. Like, and the Timberwolves need him to be at his best. They need at least 25 from him tonight.
Okay, the big X factor for me, now that you brought up Cat, I've just been thinking about this lately. The last few games I've watched, is it just me, Reggie, or has Cat really gotten himself into some bad foul trouble really early
fouls.
too? And not even good fouls, right? You watch some of those back, and they're just not smart, not something you can expect to get away with getting your best player in foul trouble so early like that and coming away with the W. Now, they got away with it, right, against the Clippers. Remember that playing game. But they needed a total team effort to even do that once Cat fouled out with 8 to play. They needed Ant, D'Lo, Pat Bev, the whole crew to step up. Now, the Clippers are one thing, but playing without Cat because of foul trouble and expecting the rest of those guys to just pick up all the slack, it's just unfair and unrealistic to ask them to be able to do that against such a good, talented, complete team like the Grizzlies, who are on a completely different level, in my opinion, than the Clippers we saw last week. I'm going to go back to D'Lo. I'm going to double dip. He was my X factor yesterday. Certainly disappointed. I think he's due, right? Again, those 4 games they play in the regular season against the Grizz averaged 31 and 9 assists. And he's been crazy quiet these first 2 games. I'm talking absolute crickets. I don't know what's going on, but I'm letting it ride, double dip into my X factor, D'Lo. I think he's going to be that guy that takes advantage of, again, all those extra looks created by the attention Cat and Ant get. And I want to get into some player prop predictions, right? I looked these up. I went to Vegas, pulled up some player props for tonight's matchup, and I just want you to give me a quick first instinct. Go with your gut answer here, okay? Ja Morant, start with an easy one. Ja Morant, over under 29.5 points is what that's listed at for Game 3 tonight. Ja Morant.
I'll do under.
Ooh, okay.
He was under last game.
No, you're right. He was. I have such a hard time when I watch Ja Morant betting an under anything on Ja Morant, but I respect that. Cat, over under 1.5 3-pointers.
Oh, definitely the over.
Oh, loves the over. Smash. Is that a smash? You're smashing the over on that?
Oh, yeah.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one here. Ant, over under 0.5 blocks. 1/2 block. Do you think you'll get 1 block?
I'll take the over. Yeah, I'll take the over.
I like that one. I kind of like that one. Give me 1 block at home. Target Center's got him jacked up. Last one. Pat Bev, over under 9.5 points.
Ooh.
That's kind of a tricky one. I don't know. You just never know what you're going to get with Bev as far as those points scored.
You know what
he brings to the table, but
you know what? I'm going to take the over.
I like it. 9.5. You're going
maybe like by 10 points, maybe 10 or 11 points.
Okay.
I'll take the over. Yeah,
I like that. Okay, just some fun over-unders, game 3 predictions. The dust has settled right after those first 2 games. They're headed back to Minnesota, play games 3 and 4 inside the Target Center. For the Wolves, again, their first playoff game since 2018, third since 2004. Target Center is going to be rocking tonight, providing an electric atmosphere. Tonight, tip-off, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Reggie's going to be there. Check out his post-game stuff on KARE 11. We'll both be here tomorrow to break down all the action. You want to go around the NBA, the rest of the playoffs, real quick here? I know the Nets, they squared off and squandered a big halftime lead and watched the Celtics rally back. They take both games at home. Nets now down 2-0, and Durant and Kyrie, they're ice cold. Any chance they can heat back up heading into Brooklyn and make this series close again?
For your sake, that's your pick.
I need it.
I mean, come on. Do it for Luke. Do it for Luke.
Come on, man.
No, you know what? It's so funny because I think KD is still one of the best players in all of the NBA. But he is getting older, and as he's gotten older, I think his game is a little bit more finesse than it is, kind of like showing that burst like he used to have.
Banging
especially
around,
and especially too after the Achilles injury. It's
That's
just
a good point.
It's not the same burst. But I mean, he's still I mean, that jumper is just smooth. I mean,
deadly.
But they put the clamps on him last night.
Yeah, he was horrible.
Him and Kyrie, they had Kyrie is doing Ramadan.
Kyrie scored 10 points.
He's eating food on the bench and trying to get his strength up, and I'm just like, y'all are a hot mess right now.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, there were so many people talking about how Steve Nash was just like not drawing anything significant up on the sideline. He's just like, here, just give it to Durant and let him work. And he just sits on the sideline like, please work.
That's it.
Please work. And it's not working. Like they were clapping Durant up last night. And I think it's funny because you got 2 NBA champions, a former league MVP. Kyrie Irving has had MVP-like performances. Like, you never want to count those 2 guys out, but the Celtics look like the better team right now. Anytime you go up by 17 and you overcome that, like I thought, most people turned the channel. They were like, oh yeah, the Nets, they got this one. Oh, this will be that bounce back game too. It wasn't. It wasn't. The Celtics ended up like getting them good. It was like, wow, man, you hit them with your best punch, and it still wasn't enough to beat them. It really doesn't lend well to your pick, Luke. I'm just saying. I'm not sure that it's going to be like a sweep or anything, but
no, I'm not giving up yet, but that one hurt, man. That stings. You're right. When you give them your best shot, you try to steal one at home. It's not over yet. I mean, again, you're supposed to, Boston's supposed to win those games at home, right? I don't know what the line was, but not over yet. But that does not bode well just for the mentality and the momentum heading back to Brooklyn. Katie, again, ice cold, shooting 4 of 17. Kyrie scores just 10 points. That Boston crowd getting under his skin a little bit. Yeah, a lot of high expectations for a phenomenal series heading into that one. She ain't over yet, but not looking good. Chicago Bulls stole one against the Bucks. They tied that series up 1 game apiece, thanks to DeMar DeRozan, 41 points. This was Chicago's, check this out, 2nd win in the last 19 meetings against the Bucks. So knowing that, Reggie, do they stand a chance against one of the NBA's best? I believe the Bucks were your pick to go all the way.
Yeah, I give them a chance, man. I mean, but the Bucks are strong, man. Like,
right.
You watch them and you're just like, how are you guys this good?
I don't get it.
Like, what are we doing? Like,
right.
You look at guys like Giannis and you're like, okay, you're a generational talent. So we get that. You're in a league of your own. You're great. Yep. You're really good. Not even really good. You're excellent. But like then you look at his complementary players, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Bobby Portis. And it's like, he has probably like the best surrounding cast that you can ask for out of a guy that does what he does. And it's like everybody. Okay, coming into last year, I thought that his talent surrounding him was average, right?
That's fair. Yeah. I can see that. Yep.
These guys are above average.
Pretty
Like,
good. Yeah.
like
Solid.
they're pretty good. Like anytime you can get Drew Holiday playing to his potential and Chris Middleton playing to his potential, game in and game out, it's just like, maybe they are good. Like maybe it's not a fluke. And I think, for the Bulls to steal that one, they're gonna need that type of performance. It sucks that they don't have Lonzo because like he's a guy that can kind of facilitate and get things moving on the court. And sometimes you play a little bit more hero ball, and maybe that's not the type of basketball that you want to play in the playoffs. But like, if they can continue to get that type of effort from DeRozan, I give them a chance.
Yeah, no doubt. A lot of good basketball going on here. I know some of these series are a little lopsided. Philly up 3-0 now on Toronto, but a lot of good series going on here coming up the rest of the week.